The German parliament has accepted Chancellor Olaf Scholz's request to withdraw confidence in him and his government, paving the way for an early election in February of next year following the collapse of his administration.
올라프 숄츠 독일 총리가 연방의회의 신임 투표에서 패배하면서 독일은 현 행정부 붕괴에 따른 조기 총선을 내년 2월에 실시하게 됐습니다. Tell us more.
Yeah, so for the first time in 2 decades, Germany is holding early snap elections, and the election will be held on February 23rd. And this comes after the collapse of the country's governing coalition last month over a bitter dispute about the country's budget amid Germany's deepening economic crisis. So this vote of confidence was called on by the chancellor himself. A majority of 394 out of 717 deputies voted no confidence, 116 abstained, and 207 voted for his continuity. So in a speech before the vote, the chancellor framed the snap election as a referendum on the government's economic policies at a time of deepening recession in Germany and growing uncertainty worldwide. The chancellor and his conservative challenger, Friedrich Merz, who surveys suggest is likely to replace him, they've been charging each other with, incompetence and lack of vision. So Merz told Scholz that his spending plans would burden the future generations and accused him of failing to deliver on promises of rearmament after the start of the Ukraine war, while Scholz argued that the government should be allowed to take on more debt to finance massive investments in infrastructure and security to revive the economy.
네. 예산에 대한 국회의 합의가 이루어지지 않아서 결국은 독일 총리의 신임 투표까지 간 거죠.
Yeah.
이런 이제 신임 투표, 그거를 이제 vote of confidence 아니면 confidence vote라고 하는데
Yeah.
그 비슷한 표현이 여기서 뭐라 그랬냐면 he was withdrawn or the request to withdraw confidence was accepted.
Yeah.
Let's have a look at the word confidence in this case.
Right. So if you have confidence in something, it means that you have a feeling of trust and assurance in someone or something.
그렇죠. 믿는다란 뜻입니다. 자신감이라는 의미도 물론 있지만 여기서는 그런 의미는 아니고요. 그 믿을 신자가 들어가잖아요. 우리도 신임 투표할 때. 그래서 믿는다. 신뢰 이런 의미라고 보시면 되겠어요. Vote of confidence 아니면 confidence vote. 그 다음에 이제 그 결과들을 아까 쭉 얘기하면서 some people voted for 찬성표 and some people voted against 반대표
Yeah.
몇 개 나왔고 그 다음에 이제 some people abstained
Yeah.
기권표
Right.
이렇게 또 몇 나왔다라고 하면서 아까 수치를 알려주셨습니다. 그러니까 결과적으로는 이 신임 투표에서 패배를 했어요. 올라프 숄츠 총리가. And it says that his administration has collapsed.
That's right. So you might have heard the Biden administration or the upcoming Trump administration. So an administration is the management of public affairs and it refers to the government.
그래서 행정부 administration. 자, 다시 읽어보겠습니다. The German parliament has accepted Chancellor Olaf Scholz's request to withdraw confidence in him and his government, paving the way for an early election in February of next year, following the collapse of his administration. Let's move on to the next headline.
Iran has postponed implementing a new, recently approved chastity law, which imposes heavy fines and other penalties to individuals who violate the country's strict dress code after facing backlash from the international community.
이란이 최근 통과시킨 새로운 순결법에 대해 국제사회가 반발하자 법 시행이 보류됐습니다. 이 법에 따르면 이란의 엄격한 복장 규정을 위반하는 개인은 무거운 벌금 등의 형벌에 처해집니다. A chastity law.
Yeah.
Oh my goodness. Okay, tell us more.
In this day and age, right? So a letter from Iran's Supreme National Security Council requested that the bill's implementation be delayed so that it can be amended and submitted to Parliament again. This was set to be implemented this week. So they say that the implications of this new chastity law are severe because this enforcement will severely punish those that they believe have not only violated these chastity laws, but also encourage other citizens to report on each other for violating the dress rules. And there's also the law. It has ramifications both on the streets and online because the bill covers those that the government believes are violating dress rules in the digital realm as well. So these dress rules, particularly for women in Iran since the 1979 revolution, have been a long-standing point of contention between the people and the Islamic regime after the death of Mahsa Amini, a Kurdish woman who was arrested by Iran's morality police for violating hijab rules back in 2022. There were nationwide and global protests that were unsuccessful in pushing the government to make changes regarding women's rights in Iran.
네. 우리도 2022년 그 당시에 커버했던 스토리이기는 합니다만, 갑자기 어떤 여성이 연행이 되고 그 다음에는 결국 사망을 하는 사건이 있었는데요. 연행이 된 이유가 복장 때문이었습니다. 그만큼 이란에서는 복장을 굉장히 엄격하게 단속을 하고 특히 여성에 대해서 그래요. 그래서 원래 이번 주에 통과가 될 예정이었던 이 chastity law, 순결법이 있습니다. 거기는 훨씬 더 예전보다 엄격하게 이런 뭐 복장이라든지 여러 가지를 단속하는 조항들이 들어 있었는데 그게 좀 보류가 됐다라는 얘기가 되겠죠.
Yeah.
Right. So there's a strict dress code to this law.
Right. So a strict dress code would be a set of rules that dictate what people can wear.
Yeah. Strict, 엄격하다. Dress code는 복장 규정이라고 여기서 말할 수 있고요. Normally when we talk about a dress code, it doesn't have to be a law or a regulation.
Yeah.
It could be
Like
what
for
you
a
wear to a
party.
party.
Yeah.
So the party might say formal dress code, semi-casual dress code, or dress code, and then colon, whatever you're supposed to wear.
Yeah.
서양에서는 파티를 굉장히 많이 열죠. 이 파티라는 게 꼭, 뭐, 엄청나게 화려한 그런 뭐 이렇게 춤추는 파티를 말하는 게 아니라 그냥 사교 행사, 이런 것들이거든요. 모임 이런 걸 굉장히 많이 외국에서는 여는데 그럴 때 드레스 코드가 있는 경우가 많습니다.
Yeah.
그래서 뭐 반드시 정장을 입어야 된다. 아니면은 캐주얼하게 입어도 된다. 청바지를 입고 와라. 뭐 검정색 넥타이를 해야 된다. 뭐 남방을 그 하얀색 와이셔츠 같은 거 이런 식으로 드레스 코드를 알려주는 경우가 많이 있습니다.
Yeah. Like for example, if you were invited to like an Oscar after party, the invitation might say the dress code is a black tie event.
Yep.
Then you would have to wear like a black tie, a suit, a
Something
formal
quite formal.
tuxedo.
Yeah. And for the ladies, of course,
It would have to be a dress. I don't think you're allowed to wear like a short dress for those black tie events. It usually has to be a long evening gown.
Exactly. These days, though, I've noticed that in Hollywood, some actresses, they will wear a suit.
Yeah.
And then some actors or singers,
They'll wear a dress.
They wear a dress. Yeah. So I've seen it, change over the years.
Or your company could have a dress code as well.
Yeah,
So like on casual Fridays, they might break out of that dress code.
That is true. dress code가 그런 표현이고요. 앞에 strict가 붙었죠. 자, 다음에 backlash.
Backlash is a strong and adverse reaction by a large number of people, especially to a social or political development.
backlash라는 것은 반발이란 뜻입니다. 자, 다시 한번 제가 읽어볼게요. Iran has postponed implementing a new recently approved chastity law, which imposes heavy fines and other penalties to individuals who violate the country's strict dress code after facing backlash from the international community. Let's move on to the final headline.
New research suggests that Saturn's rings, long believed to be relatively young, may date back 4.5 billion years to when the planet formed, while also exploring how the icy rings may have remained pristine despite billions of years of exposure to space debris.
토성의 고리가 토성보다 나중에 만들어졌을 것이라는 그간의 통념과는 달리 45억 년 전에 토성과 함께 형성된 것일 수도 있다는 새로운 연구 결과가 발표됐습니다. 이번 연구는 이 얼음고리가 수십억 년 동안 우주 파편에 노출되면서도 지금까지 비교적 깨끗하게 유지된 비결도 함께 탐구했습니다. Tell us more.
Yeah, so apparently the age of Saturn's rings has been a hot topic of debate for decades. So this new finding could change how scientists view the planet's history and its dynamic interactions with the solar system. So this new study, the scientists have initially concluded that, or in the past, scientists have initially concluded that the lack of darkening caused by micrometeorite impacts meant that the rings were young. But by using computer modeling, researchers demonstrated that micrometeoroids striking the rings are vaporized on impact, leaving little to no dark residue behind. So this mechanism helps explain why the rings appear so clean, and they say that this suggests that they might not be as young as previously thought.
Well, you just said they appear very clean.
Yes.
Another way of saying that in the headline is that they look very pristine.
They're pristine, right? So pristine is, we use this when we want to say something is in its original condition or unspoiled, or also when something is very clean and fresh as if it's new or spotless.
pristine이라는 것은 아주 깨끗하다, 거의 새것 상태 같다라는 뜻입니다. 실제로 토성에 있는 고리들이요, 어떤 임팩트를 받게 됐을 때 이게 증발해버린대요. 그러다 보니까 자국이 남아있지 않아서 겉으로 봤을 때는 굉장히 깨끗한, 방금 만들어진 것 같은 그런 상태를 유지하고 있는데 사실은 45억 년 전쯤에 만들어졌을 것이다. 이렇게 추정을 하고 있습니다.
Yeah, if only our houses could be like a speck of dust and it vaporizes. Yeah.
Okay, what's exposure to something?
Exposure to something, it means that it's it's the state of being exposed to contact with something is exposure.
네, 무언가의 노출이란 뜻입니다. Exposure to UV rays 그러면은 이 자외선에 노출이 되는 거고요. 그걸 우리가 막기 위해서 모자도 쓰고 선블럭도 바르고 이렇게 하는 거죠. To block or to try and reduce exposure to UV rays. We like to wear sunblocks, wear hats, sunglasses, and what have you. And, exposure to the wind or the snow or something is another thing you might say if you're not bundled up and if you're not wearing warm clothes.
Or exposure to a lot of English listening.
Oh, yeah. That's a good kind of exposure.
Yeah, when we're talking about like language learning, they always say a lot of exposure will help you to learn a language quickly.
그러네요. Exposure to English. 영어에 노출이 된 거죠. 그거는 굉장히 좋은 것 같아요. 그래야 이제 느니까. 다시 한번 제가 헤드라인 읽어보겠습니다. New research suggests that Saturn's rings, long believed to be relatively young, may date back 4.5 billion years to when the planet formed, while also exploring how the icy rings have remained pristine, despite billions of years of exposure to space debris. Well, that's it for the headlines. 지금까지 Karen 선생님과 함께 헤드라인 살펴봤습니다. 무모한 문장 다시 알려드릴게요. 전부 반짝 인기였네.